Hello and welcome to Power Underwhelming. We are doing another stream tonight for the Ryze Up Tournament. We are doing a match for the Ashe bracket, and we are about to start here. This is Razurial.
And this is Magnus.
And for the Ashe bracket, this is going to be the finals. So we are going to have Team Sailors Brothel in London versus DBGaming in the Ryze Up Tournament. And they are about to start. A little information. We don't have anything on DBGaming, but we did get some stuff on Sailors Brothel in London, where they had originally met about a year ago. They started queuing together. That was a couple other teammates, Modessa, Sailor Venus, and Inako. And then they picked up Abnormality and Artemis the Cat recently for this tournament. We will talk more about what they play when we get into the picks and bans, but we do know that they are pretty dynamic. They do all play a bunch of different things. The only one that's really specific is Sailor Venus. She happens to be support only, and I believe she does know like a couple other stuff, but she always plays support, so that'll be nice to see how that works out.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different play styles where some teams like to just have a bunch of characters they're really good at and a bunch of different roles to really throw off the other team. It's a whole psychological thing where if you're expecting the team to do one thing and they switch it up on you, you could really change the dynamic of a match that way. However, other teams just like to be really good at what they do. And sometimes that's all you need, to be really good at what you do and good enough to where you can use whatever champion you need to do to fulfill your role.
Okay, so we're going to get this match started, and then we'll start talking about their picks and bans and some more about their play style. Okay, so looks like blue team, which is, we're going to just call them Team Sailors because it's a little, their team name is pretty long, which is also an interesting team name. But they get first ban, which means they will also get first pick. So we'll have to see who they're going to go for. It looks like they go with Kog'Maw. He's a pretty good AD carry.
Yeah, he can get pretty deadly for that.
And unfortunately, we don't know much about DBGaming, so we're not sure if that's a directed ban or if they just personally don't like Kog'Maw for whatever their lane composition is going to be for bottom. Kog'Maw can also be played as AP, but I know I personally like AD Kog'Maw, so that may be what they're trying to avoid. Ban from DBGaming is Rammus, which is pretty standard. He's a really strong tank, really good jungle, so that's not too surprising. A lot of people like to play him, so we will check out what the next ban is going to be. Now, I know for Team Sailors, like we said, Sailor Venus is their support, and then Modessa and Artemis play both AP and AD carries, so we'll have to see which ones pick which. I believe they said Abnormality was their standard jungle, which would put their Inako on top. So second ban has come down, and it looks like we have Shyvana, which is she can start off jungle or solo top, so they're shutting that one down. Shyvana's a really strong champion all around. Can be pretty tanky and do a lot of damage. And it looks like fourth ban coming out for DBGaming is going to be Misfortune, so they want to stop that AD carry. She has a really strong mid and late game. She scales really well, and her ultimate is a lot of AoE, so we will get the next ban coming soon. And look at Janna. Okay, so that means they knocked out a support. I'm not sure exactly what Sailor Venus placed, but that leaves open if they're going to go with the healers, Terex, Rocket, and Sona. Recently, the last patch, Sona had been nerfed in the early game for her damage to be reduced, which scales back up in the late game so she doesn't fall off. And Soraka has been changed to where she cannot cast Infuse on herself to give herself mana back, but they increase the amount of mana she gives to her allies. So we'll have to see which one Sailor Venus is going to go for. And the last ban is going to be Morgana. Again, a very strong AP mid, very, very strong ultimate. And with the Zhonya's Hourglass, it can be extremely deadly because you can't focus her and she gets her ult off for free. So that's a pretty standard ban. So we're going to go with first picks here, and Sailor Venus playing a more traditional and defensive support. We will have to see exactly what she's going to go for. I'm going to guess it's going to be a more traditional, probably not something like a Blitzcrank or an Alistair support, because those ones are more about zoning and being aggressive. And so we're going to go with Soraka. Okay, that'll be a pretty decent one. We'll have to check what their AD carry is, but Soraka has a lot of zoning ability now because they reduced the mana cost on their Star Call, and I believe they reduced the cost on her Infuse also when she uses it against enemies. Not to mention Infuse can silence, which can stop a lot of different abilities and ultimates, so it's extremely deadly if you play Soraka and try to zone enemy champions and stop like clutch ults and stuff. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get a Skarner. Based off summoner spells, those are support spell. Oh no, okay, switching. I guess we'll wait to see what we're going to lock in as. Since we don't know anything about DBGaming, we're not sure exactly what they're playing. They could be a team that plays a multitude of champions, so we'll have to wait until they get all their champions selected and adjust their summoner spells and see if they switch anything up, so we can tell exactly what player is going to be playing what role. Okay, so we have Tarek. I'm not sure what the rotation was for. There was a large amount of champions that he chose from, but it looks like they're going to be the support. They have the heal and the clairvoyance, which is really good for Tarek. I think Flash is also good, but since Tarek has a dazzle, if he uses that dazzle defensively, he does have a pretty good escape mechanic. And then their AD bottom is going to be Sivir, which is going to be a really good mesh between the Tarek and the Sivir, because Tarek gets his dazzle off, stuns them, and then Sivir is guaranteed a boomerang blade, sorry. And they went with Flash and heal, so they got a double heal on bottom, which means they're going to be extremely survivable in the 2v2 situation, and they're also going to be able to control a lot of potential bad situations with ganks. And it looks like Sailor's team is going to have Caitlyn as their AD carry, and their jungle is going to be a Maokai. Maokai is a really good jungle. He has a lot of control, and he has a root, I believe, that can stun people, and he can use his saplings for either vision or damage and harassment. And Caitlyn has a lot of harassment stuff, and also her traps make it to where you can be a lot safer without having to constantly buy wards in all the different places, so they'll be able to cover a little bit of that. Her early game is really strong, and her mid game is probably not as strong as Sivir's, but that's mostly due to the fact that her ultimate can be stopped pretty easily, and Sivir's ultimate can't be. In the late game, though, I'd have to say they do both even out, and their auto attacks are both equally as strong. Okay, so we have a potential Nautilus pick from DBGaming. He is a champion that was just recently released, so this is going to be extremely interesting to see what they do with that. He's going to be the jungle, which, as far as the videos I've seen that are coming out, he does do a pretty good jungle. We're not sure exactly how well he's going to mesh with the team composition. He does have a lot of control and a lot of movement or maneuverability with his abilities, and it'll be interesting to see that. Okay, and then we had Nasus, which Nasus will probably be their top lane. We'll have to see. Since Nautilus is generally a pretty tanky character, we're going to see which one's going to go more tanky and which one's going to go more damage. Nasus damage-wise, and if he maxes out his Q and makes sure that he last hits all the minions with his Q, can get really high and do a lot of damage. So we have the potential of either having an extremely tanky team or a team that has a lot of control, and Nasus can go for a lot of damage that'll make him extremely bursty. Looks like his counter top lane is going to be Gangplank. I believe Gangplank versus Nasus is a pretty interesting fight. Nasus can take a lot of damage because his passive is lifesteal, but Gangplank has Parlay, which is a ranged ability that he can constantly harass with. So I'd have to probably give that lane to Gangplank. He's really strong. And then our last picks here were the AP mids, where we have Malzahar versus Cassiopeia. Now, Malzahar is extremely strong in the mid game and early game, but his late game kind of falls off because his ultimate puts him in in a very bad situation. If he ults at the wrong time, he could be killed by the other team since he can't move. And Cassiopeia has a lot of maneuverability and a lot of harass, and great poke, and an ultimate that freezes people in place. So I'd say on a 1v1, they're pretty even, but Cassiopeia is going to have the slightly better chance of engaging at a more opportune moment, while Malzahar has to really think about where he's going, what he's doing, and being extremely strategic when he goes in for an attack. So we're going to have about 3 minutes before we're allowed to spectate. This is to make sure that we can't see anything in that, we're streaming so no one can cheat or anything like that, which is a delay put in by Riot Gaming themselves. So let's go over summoner spells and some more about laning. Okay, so summoner spells on both of the supports. We have a clairvoyance and a heal versus a heal and a flash, which means Soraka has more healing capabilities during team fights and an escape mechanic, but lacks the clairvoyance to have control over the map, which means Soraka has to focus more on having great warding and making sure to always know where the enemy team is, while Tarek has a little bit of a more easy, has an easier time of making sure that his clairvoyance can show barons and show dragons when it happens to go down, or they don't happen to get the chance to put a ward somewhere. He also has an easier time of doing helping his jungle counter jungle by revealing parts of the map that the counter jungle is going into to make sure that they're safe to get to that point. And AD carries, we have another flash and heal and flash and heal. That's not too surprising. A lot of AD carries like to go with that. It gives them the escape mechanics, not to mention the heal to make up for any kind of positional errors that they happen to have. Like if Caitlyn gets caught by Sivir's boomerang blade by accident, it can be easy to fix that problem. Also helps against ganks. Jungle's Maokai versus Nautilus, that's a little hard to tell because Maokai is really tanky. I don't know if his jungle is going to be faster than Nautilus. Since Nautilus is a new champion, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be seeing almost the first time, probably in this tournament. And I'd have to say, based off of Nautilus's abilities, he's just as good at ganking as Maokai is. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of counter jungling. Maybe counter warding, but I don't think we'll see a whole ton of jungle fights. And then, like we said, in the mids, we have a Flash Ignite and a Flash Ignite. So summoner spells aren't going to give them any added benefits or negatives based off of what they're doing. And both of those summoner spells are pretty standard. Now, their tops have... One has Ghost and Flash, which is Nasus, and that means he'll be a lot safer with his summoner spells and be able to get away a lot or be able to chase really well, especially with his W that slows enemies down. And Gangplank is going with a Flash and an Exhaust. Exhaust slows the enemy down in the attack speed, so if he uses his Exhaust, chances are Gangplank may win an auto-attack war. And he also has the Flash so he can get away, and he also has his, I believe it's his W that increases his movement speed too, so that's pretty safe. So that'll be an interesting top lane. And we got about 11 seconds till we start. Now, one thing I do know is that Team Sailor said they like to play relatively aggressively, so we may see a very good level 1 fight in the jungle.
Okay, let's move that down a little bit. Oh, that's not good.
Why is he doing that?
I don't know.
Yeah, so
let's have it.
Okay, seems like we're having some
technical issue. Why would it do that?
I have no idea.
I just moved that down. It shouldn't have changed anything. Huh. No. Well, hopefully the game will load in the way it should, but unfortunately, sometimes when it does that,
yeah, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, we're having a technical problem. It seems like our picture is not where it's supposed to be. I don't think we've ever had this problem before.
No, it only Now, of course. Try dragging it.
No, you can't move it at all. Okay, hold on. So we're gonna.
Let's just change the video. Change it to full window.
Or we can't even
switch it to full screen.
Yeah, but we can't hit OK.
Oh.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, increase the resolution so we can get the full thing in there. There we go. Sorry about that, folks.
We will. Really sorry about this. We're not sure why it's doing this.
They're probably missing some good stuff, too.
Okay.
Looks like they are invading their jungle. Excuse me.
Okay, there we go. We are back and it's looking okay. Okay, so we got their team set up at red.
We have a black screen.
Oh, I didn't keep it. Oh, God. And then, yeah, go back.
Yeah.
Crap. Now it's going to keep going back.
Alright.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Yep. Sorry about this, guys. There we go.
No, because it's still way too high.
Yeah.
And
that is very frustrating.
yeah, it is. And then, okay, we should be good.
There we go.
Okay, so
it doesn't look like they got blue. And this doesn't look like much happened in the jungle. I don't see anyone with any other auras, so it doesn't look like they stole anything. Both.
Okay, gang happening in the middle. Malzahar almost goes down. Molokai comes into help. It looks like he's going to be safe. Nautilus is going to back up.
Yeah. Alright. Now we're back in the game. Looks like Nasus is pushing really hard.
Yeah, I think Nasus is going to be stronger in the first few levels, but once Gangplank gets his Q up there, it's going to turn into Gangplank's favorite.
So we have another gang. Wow.
Gang got mid. And, TSUP made it. No, okay.
No, she'll
be safe. So yeah, we got two jungle gangs already, and it looks like Nautilus just went back. He just finished Wraiths. Maokai looks like he's going down to either start his red or start his golems. Yeah, he's starting his red.
Yep. We have very aggressive play so far, this early in the match.
Okay, so check down here. I believe there's a ward, or no?
Yep,
okay.
There's a ward.
So that bush is warded by both teams. So the lane is going to even out, but it looks like Soraka just warded that bush also. So they got pretty good vision on that whole bottom lane brush, which is going to make sure that Tarek can't get in a good position to get like a sneak dazzle off.
Yeah, and looks like both teams really want to push here because usually whoever's being pushed or pushing, if you're pushing, you usually put it in the enemy team's bush, and if you're being pushed, you put it in your own. And it looks like both really want to get some pushing done and have that extra defense. Let's see, yeah, they're being pushed pretty far. Malzahar's got.
Yeah, he's gonna be pretty strong on clearing stuff if he's going to burn through mana. We'll have to see. I'm not sure how well or how much Nautilus requires mana, so we'll see.
Yeah,
I've actually going to give his blue to Cassiopeia.
Yeah, I've actually never seen him played, so this is very interesting. I've never seen a Nautilus yet.
Okay, so it looks like he's going to meet up with Maokai on top. They're going to go for the
all
gank.
going for Nasus.
Okay, so
and
going in, Nautilus is coming up to help.
He just saw him now.
Okay, they're going to keep going with it though. Okay, they're going to back up. Nautilus pulls him in. Gangplank tanks a bunch of damage. Okay, looks like he's slowed. They're going to continue. Okay, Nautilus almost goes down. And it looks like Gangplank's going to back up. And
they're going to grab
in. They get the kill.
Nautilus.
Oh, Cassiopeia came up.
In.
Clean up.
Looks like Gangplank is going to live.
And
Cassiopeia goes down too, and the tower doesn't even get the shot off.
Very good. Nice double kill, and Malzahar is pushing middle, so she's losing out on all that money and experience early game. So they turn that from, you know, a pretty even situation into a clear victory for that's Team Sailors.
Absolutely. It looks like mid's pretty even right now.
Okay, so
or not mid, bottom's pretty even.
Blue's also up for both teams.
Yeah.
Or no, we didn't. Or we didn't.
Well, actually, we can see.
Oh yeah, because you're not on the. There we go.
Blue is not up yet for purple, and not up yet for blue.
Yeah, you gotta switch it to all. You're on Team Blue only. Oh. There we go.
Sorry, we're just found out the controls for it, so I'm kind of
okay, so we have another game.
Yeah, looks like Cassiopeia is going down again. This is going to give Malzahar a huge advantage.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cassiopeia. Oh, and we got a kill on top.
Yep.
So another one for Team Sailors. They said they were aggressive, and they are definitely showing it.
Oh, absolutely. They're pushing hard, and they're very effective at it.
Okay, so I said that in the beginning that Malzahar has to worry about making sure he has great positioning, but since his ganks are so good with Maokai, I think the threat of Cassiopeia and her early to mid game is going to be extremely lackluster now.
Yeah.
If we're looking at farm here, he's at 36, she's at 20. So he's not like super ahead in farm, but he does have 1 kill, and she has 2 deaths. So.
And here we go. Malzahar and Maokai are coming in for another gank. They have total control of their jungle right now.
Okay, so bottom lane's going to push up the minions. Oh no, okay, they're going to back off. But what they would do is push up the minions and then just have Maokai tank the turret and then have him run out and then have the next person tank the turret to secure a double kill. But it looks like they are positioning, I believe they just warded blue.
Yeah,
okay.
Blue is warded.
Which that's about to come up, and by the looks of... Oh no? Okay, they're backing up. He's probably going to give it to Cassiopeia. She's definitely going to need the blue because she can spam a lot of spells and she can take dominance in that lane, but she runs out of mana really quickly.
So Malzahar's already 2 levels ahead.
Yeah, looking at the items here too, Gangplank already has his Wriggle's Lantern. Nasus has Sheen and Shield with a couple wards and some health potions. So that Wriggle's Lantern is going to go really far for Gangplank in making sure that he can survive that lane against Nasus.
Yeah, I don't see purple coming in from this unless they get into the late game. They're far behind right now.
Yeah, they're already 2,000 gold down.
Yeah.
Okay, a war just happened by Tarek on a dragon. And honestly, I think Team Sailors could already dragon if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, they're pushing pretty hard. If they came up in here,
Maokai just went up and they ganked top.
Oh yeah.
So Nasus is dead again. Which again is going to give Gangplank free farm in that lane, and Nasus loses all of that. And it looks like, okay, Cassiopeia for DBGaming is backing up. They do it. That Maokai is just already secured, like,
oh yeah, he's
almost every kill.
All over the map. DB is deep in Sailors territory.
No, Sailors is...
Oh, Sailors is deep in...
Right, yeah. Sailors is blue, DB is purple.
Sorry, I got that backwards.
Okay, so Nautilus came up to try to defend the turret. Now he's going to back up since Nasus is back. But again, he's already lost so much farm. We got 58 for Gangplank. And wow, 60 for that Nasus. I'm surprised he has so much farm.
He can get a lot of kills with his Q, especially once that gets going. He may not be able to stand in a lane for very long, but he can rack up the kills.
Let's see how many, what points he went in for Nasus. Because he also could have gone with AoE previously. So yeah, if you click there, and then click on Nasus.
Oh, okay.
And we can, right there. Oh, not once. Okay, so yeah, he is maxing out his Q first.
Yep.
He has 4 points in that. So he's doing really good on farm, but unfortunately, Gangplank has 2 kills and 2 assists. And Cassiopeia just took out Malzahar in mid with help from Tarek. So they got that stun off. She almost died though, so that shows that he's already so strong. He already has the Sorcerer's Boots and he has 2 Doran's Rings, while she still just has regular boots and 1 ring. But she is being, so we'll have to see what she buys. She's going to have to probably get some wards to make sure that Maokai doesn't keep owning her. She has to make sure to... she can either ward 1 bush and then stay close to that side, or she can spend the money and ward both.
It looks like they're going to be warding defensively, though, as they have the entrance to their jungle warded up top.
And they just CB red, too.
Yep. Which is not up yet for Sailors.
Okay, so looking at this bottom lane, let's check the CS. We have 84 for Caitlyn and 89 for Sivir. So Sivir's winning that out, and Sivir just went and bought 3 Doran's Blades. So she's going to be doing a lot of damage. She has a lot of health. But then Caitlyn already has a BF sword, so that's also a lot more damage. Not as much health as Sivir. Sivir has a little more sustainability, but I think Caitlyn's damage is going to be all a lot better.
Looks like Nautilus is coming in for a gank on Gangplank, but
unfortunately Gangplank has oranges and he also has flash.
Yeah.
Which, his
kind of
flash,
saw that coming.
His flash is up. Okay, so he's moving back out, but he doesn't have those wards or those bushes warded. But it looks like Nautilus is just going to back up. Gangplank's going to make sure that he's not losing out on any experience or getting zoned through that.
Looks like we have another gank coming in on Cassiopeia, but they do see it. He's coming around. He'll place another ward in there.
Okay, so they put that ward in that bush to make sure when she goes for blue again, that they'll know about it. And they'll be able to possibly either gank her or steal the blue themselves.
Looks like Maokai's moving down bottom.
Yeah, this Maokai is doing really great for their team.
Oh, yeah, he's all over the place.
He already has an Oracle, too, so he's already clearing wards for the against the enemy team.
And you can tell they're scared. They're all hanging out at their towers. They're not going much further. The only one that's really pushing right now for DB is Nasus.
And he's at about half health, so Gangplank is already starting to get really farmed up, and it's starting to show on that top lane. Okay, it looks like we got a fight here. They focus on Caitlyn. Oh, she almost dies, but the clutch heal goes off.
Oh, missed ulti.
Maokai goes
They're
in.
just walking right into that.
Yeah, well, they did. Okay, so they healed up. Ultimate, no. Okay, so that was really good. They saved themselves from dying. They almost killed Caitlyn there.
Yeah,
that was also really clutch for Caitlyn to use that heal.
Yeah, and push them back to their tower.
Okay, so it looks like, yep, she just picked up blue again. It looks like Malzahar's coming. Yep, see, there you go. He's going to try to drop now. Nautilus is almost dead, though, so he can't really help the engage.
Tarek and Sivir are coming in to support, though. They might catch Maokai off, but looks like he's going to hang out. They're coming up in here. Maokai's hanging out in the river.
Okay, we got fighting up on top, too.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like they're going to go... This is the auto attack, as I said. Okay, so Gangplank has to wait, right, until that W goes down, and then he can continue. But he's lost a lot of health, and he does have his exhaust, so he could use it. But Nasus has his Q up, so...
Yeah, and that's maxed out now at 5. Looks like Nautilus is heading back.
We got a ping for a ward, defensively in the jungle, I believe.
Yeah, I don't see it going up yet, but...
14 minutes, though. No dragon yet.
That's really surprising. Not DB. Sailors had a really good opportunity a few times to grab it, and they just haven't done it yet. They're playing so aggressively that they're just all over the map, and DB is afraid. Definitely afraid of them.
Okay, so Malzahar just grabbed the blue, and it looks like they're going to top to gank Nasus.
Yep.
So we'll have to see. Nasus should be backed up right now. They know that mid is gone, Cassiopeia is down there, and
Here comes the gank.
Goes up.
Malachi.
He may get away.
But here comes Nautilus and Tarek.
They got the suppress from the ultimate. It looks like Malachi needs to tank that tower and stay there. Oh, Nautilus. Okay, so they're backing up. Tarek's good. Nasus got away. Nautilus is pushing, trying to get Gangplank.
He is coming in. Are they going to get the kill?
That could be a good ulti.
Oh.
No.
Oh, they got the kill off Gangplank.
Nice. Very good, turning a really bad ganking situation into a turnover and then getting a kill themselves.
Looks like Sivir's holding up the lane by herself. Lots of fighting going on up here, but it looks like people are going to return back to their base.
Okay, this would also be a really good time to have Team DB get a drag, since they have Gangplank dead, and all of their lanes on Team Sailors are all kind of all over the place, but no one has Dragon warded.
Yeah, there's not a real push for Dragon right now. Hopefully it'll come in later in the game, but here comes Tarek.
Yeah, bot lane is pushing pretty good, so they may want to go for a kill, but it looks like Cass is actually backing, I believe.
Yes, she is.
Okay, so looking at items here, we got in our jungle, Molokai has, I believe that's his, the Heart of Gold and a Philosopher's Stone, so he's going to get some decent money. While Nautilus went with Heart of Gold and then 2 Doran's rings, so he's not getting as much money when it comes to the gold for 5, but he is doing pretty good with being 0-1-1. Unfortunately, Molokai's already got 2 kills and 2 assists, so he's definitely winning in the gold department there. And then in top lane, it looks like Nasus has picked up a Ruby, and it looks like Gangplank has picked up, well, he had the Ruby, but now he also has a belt, so he has almost as much health as Nasus did in the late game. Looks like he's building pretty tanky to start out. Okay, so it looks like we're fight. And
Nasus just salty, so he's going to take a lot more damage. Gangplank's getting out of there.
Yeah, he's going to have to back up.
Oh, there's more team fighting in
DB's jungle. Dead.
Cassiopeia, will she get out of there?
Oh, it's so
She's
close.
Running. Tarek's coming in to help. Oh, we got the ult. Oh, we got the clutch heal, and she makes it out of there.
That was a great heal, but Tarek's going to die for it.
Yeah, Tarek. Nasus is down up top.
And yeah, it looks like they're going to get their...
Oh,
and they get Sivir too. So Cassiopeia gets away, but unfortunately, Team Sailors turn that into a kill, and it looks like they're going for Dragon finally.
There we go.
First Dragon of the game, 17 minutes and 27 seconds.
That's pretty late. But honestly, with the way they're playing so aggressive, they haven't really needed Dragon.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're preventing DB from even getting Dragon anyway, because they're hanging out by their towers.
Yeah, so generally, buff control is pretty equal for each team. But since that's the first Dragon, we're going to definitely give jungle so far to Team Sailors.
Oh, absolutely.
And Gangplank, he could take down that tower. He does a lot of damage, and Nasus is way too far down.
Yeah, Nautilus isn't even coming in. That tower's going to go down.
That's good. No? Oh, yeah, okay. He's going to...
Yeah, that's gone.
Nasus go back up. So first tower going to Team Sailors. Super aggressive. When they said they were going to be aggressive...
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm impressed. This is...
They are setting up ganks all the time. Pushing to second tower is going to go down.
Yep.
Oh, no, okay. Tarek going to make them back up. Tarek's doing a ton of damage. Surprised by that.
Looks like Soraka is going to back up with Caitlyn. The Sivir's running in.
Yeah, they're going to back up. They should be safe.
Yep.
Okay, now, Soraka has a Philosopher's Stone, while Tarek has already started up on his Heart of Gold. So they're pretty even on gold right now, I would say, but if he backs before she does... Oh no, okay, she just got her Heart of Gold. She's going to take the lead if Tarek doesn't go back and buy his Heart of Gold also. Which he is back too. He just bought a couple wards. And, no, okay, he did buy his Heart of Gold. That could help in the later game.
Looks like they're going to give blue to Cassiopeia.
Yeah, she spams a lot, and she's really mana intensive, so.
Alright. Looks like they wanted to set up a gank on Malzahar, but he's kind of playing it safe.
Oh, okay, Nasus goes back.
Is going back. Nasus is heading back.
Is that bush warded?
Down here?
No, up. Up. Where Nasus is standing. No, okay.
No wards up there.
Okay, so they don't know that Nasus is there, but they know that Nasus is missing from top lane. Of course, with that turret down, it does make it a little interesting for having to wonder where he's going to go. And Gangplank's getting free farm, too.
Yep. And he's already had now 2 levels.
He also, Gangplank picked up a Warmog, so it looks like he's going Tank Plank spec.
Looks like we got some fighting down here.
Malzahar just picked up blue in their jungle.
There's not a lot of counter jungling.
Yeah, no, they're definitely... I figured there wouldn't be a lot of counter jungling because Maokai versus the Nautilus is a pretty even fight.
Yeah.
So I think jungle fights won't happen until a little later in the game.
The only counter jungling I do see is when Sailors gets in because they're so aggressive. They can just hop right in this jungle. They're already warding. Oh, it looks like they're clairvoyancing red. Taking their raids. They don't even know it.
Well, they do have ward. Nautilus is going there.
They just saw him, yeah. Well, they put the ward in the bush there. They just saw him too late. Got raids.
Okay, so bot lane is pushing freely and Sivir is doing a little bit of jungle farming, which means bot lane is going to get the gold advantage a lot more. If you look at the golds themselves, they are like 6,000 ahead.
DB only has 2 kills to Sailor's 8.
Okay, so I'd have to say that DBGaming has to get this in by starting to pick up dragons, making sure that Sailors does not get Baron. If Sailors gets Baron like once or twice, those team fights are going to be even more deadly.
Oh yeah, it could quickly end the game. Sailors now has dragon warded.
Okay, so that dragon was at like 17 or 18 minutes.
Yeah, it was like in almost 18, so
right.
Probably.
So we're looking at 24 minutes for the next one. Again, free farm on bottom, Gangplank.
Yeah.
Was free farming for a little while, but Nasus is up there to clear up the waves. Okay, so we got Nautilus coming up. Yeah, he just uses his orange and gets away.
Looks like Malachi is going to grab red.
Okay, and on jungles, Malachi has picked up Shirelias, so he has increased movement speed. He also has Mercury Tread, so he'll be able to stop stuns and snares. While Nautilus is going for more of a health and damage build. So in the early game, I think this is okay, but if Nautilus doesn't pick up some more defensive items, I think they're going to have some problems. But looking at, well, yeah, it looks like Nasus also is going for just damage and health so far. They need to get some like resistances based off of the enemy team.
Looks like Sailors is going to be invading DB's jungle. They might catch Nautilus off guard.
Oh,
There's only Tarek there.
Okay, so he flashed. They got the ulti off. Second ulti went off.
There goes Nautilus.
They're not going to... Yeah.
No. He's covering the jungle. They're pushing back. Sivir's coming in.
See, now that was a safe ulti from Cassiopeia to make sure that they stopped, but I honestly think it was kind of a waste. Tarek was already too far out to be in any danger of dying.
Yeah.
Especially with only one person who was chasing that tower. She could have waited until to have all 5. She needs to really maximize getting her ultimate on all of them to finish out these team fights better.
But they did grab their last outer turret. Now we're going into the middle turrets for DB. No turrets have gone down for Sailors. And it looks like, let's see, they're 23. Timing's probably right, so they're getting ready to do dragons again. DB has no answer to that.
And they did Clairvoyance red, and I thought Gangplank was going to pick it up, but he ends up going top to get some free farm on. Yeah, so they're positioning and they're taking dragon now. This is really good because there's no one that can stop them on Team DB. They're all backed up. They had just come back from B. Yeah. So that's a free dragon at about 24.
Yeah, we'll say about 24. So next one will be up a little bit before 30 minutes.
Well, 28 minutes.
28, yeah, you're right.
Okay, so we just had a flash to try to catch that Nasus, but he flashed also, so he got away. Tarek came out, Nautilus is there too, Sivir's there. So we could have a team fight on bottom, but it looks like they're actually just going to back up. I think they need to start warding Baron on DB's side. Like, I don't think it's as much of an issue for Team Sailors because since they're winning in the team fights, they have a lot more presence on the map, even though they don't have a lot more wards.
Yeah, DB really needs to play defensively right now. They need to take this to the late game, otherwise they're just going to get run over.
Yeah, thinking about the late game situation, Cassiopeia has a good initiate, Nautilus has a lot of good ults, Nasus has a great ult, and Tarek's ult can work well with all of it too, with Sivir doing all the AoE damage. While on Team Sailor's side, their ultimates are more about individual people.
Looks like Nahus is going in for the grab. Silver's trying to damage, but
Man, this tank plank, you just take
he's
so much damage.
fast. That he takes a lot of damage. Here comes Maokai. Going up for the
Okay, so
support.
he's safe. A 3v1 and Gangplank walks away. Totally safe.
It's an interesting playstyle Gangplank, but it's certainly effective. But it looks like Nasus is beating the crap out of Soraka. Will he get the kill?
I think she doesn't have any support. She's really going to have to do a lot of juking.
And he's just going to hit her Q.
Oh,
She's
look
got
at
a lot of heals.
Right,
Yeah.
I was say that.
Wow,
heals.
heal after heal.
And
She's staying up.
Caitlyn's coming in for the support, and she lived long enough. Okay, Caitlyn slows him, does a bunch of auto attacks, backs him up. She can easily do tons of damage. She already has her Infinity Edge, and then she just recently picked up a Zeal, and she has her boots, some lifesteal, and some more attack speed. So yeah, Soraka holding it out, making sure she didn't die until she could get support.
Absolutely great save by Caitlyn.
Okay.
Sailors is grouping up towards the bottom.
Yeah, they're going to position for another team fight. And we got Sivir on top. Sivir could take that tower. Most of the team Sailors are on bottom. Gangplank throws an ulti up there to try to slow him down while he tries to run up there and get there.
Let's see. Grab it. Looks like Maokai's going to back off. Malzahar's going to go back towards mid. DB's going to group up in the middle, and Sivir's going to go back.
Bottom lane continuing to free farm. Looking at items here, looks like Soraka's going to go for that Shrelia soon, and Tarek is picking up some more resistances, so he's going to build probably a little more tanky. And we'll see. Have to see if he goes with either Shrelia's or Radowin's.
Nasus went for that Trinity Force.
Yeah, he has Trinity Force, but unfortunately, I think Gangplank just has so many more items. He just picked up Atmas. He's doing tons of damage. You know, so Nasus is actually kind of falling a little bit behind. His farm is really high, though. He's 167. So he's keeping up on farm, but their positioning in their team fights and their defensive abilities just aren't there.
Nasus has no kills or assists either, so he's way behind and gold. And we can actually take a look at that. He has a total of 6,186 to Gangplank's 8,895.
Yeah, so it's like a 3,000 difference. That's a whole lot.
Looks like we got another team fight going on in mid with Maokai and Malzahar pushing, but
they focused on the minions, so they're back, which is good. Top lane.
We got Sivir, Soraka, and Gangplank, with Tarek coming in to support Sivir.
So they're doing some nice split pushing, and on bottom Nasus is trying to take the tower, but Caitlyn's coming down.
She's going to do so much damage to him. Nasus can be pretty tanky, but she's ranged. He's got to get in close to get that damage. Yes, Q. So
okay.
now let's grab. So we're going to have a team fight in the middle.
And Sivir's on top, cleaning up to defend the tower. And they're positioning.
Back off.
Possibly Caitlyn's coming up. Yeah, they're going to position to take that tower. It looks like they're just going to sacrifice their bottom tower for an inner turret, which is fine.
Oh, that's totally worth it for them. It's their first turret lost, even if Nasus can even take it down, which, yeah, he
right, not to mention now, they already took the turret down, so if they wanted to, they could position themselves to go and kill Nasus since he's so far down the lane.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to push for the inhib. It's 4v5 right now in Sailor's favor. They're way ahead of levels.
Okay, so big engage on that cast call wasn't that good. Okay, it looks like bam. Maokai kills Tarek.
And now it's a
they're all pretty low. They focused on the tower, yeah, now they can start to clean up. Lots of Team Sailors are really high health. And second kill picked up. And they get the inhib. That was very clean. They backed up exactly when Cass's ult was going to go out, so she didn't hit anyone.
Yeah, that's really good maneuverability by Sailors, and I mean, they're playing so aggressively. It's only 30 minutes into this match, and they're pushing their towers. Nasus looks like he's trying to go for somewhat of a backdoor. He got the second tower down, but
then he had to back up because they had 2 kills.
Yeah, so they're just staying. Oh no, there goes
Nasus. Killed the Nasus too, and there's all 5 of them are still up.
Wow, I don't even think they've lost that much health.
Perfect Baron timing. This would be a perfect Baron timing.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what they're going for right now. They're all grouped up in their base. They have super minions coming in, which they need to take care of because I believe, one of their towers is really low.
Okay, so it looks like they're gonna They're going to clear their top tower. They're going to steal their blue buff. Dragon's up now.
Yep.
So they could get Dragon. I would say not, like, getting Dragon is not good because they don't have a ward on Baron. So if they Dragon, then Team DB Barons wins a team fight and gets some towers down. But it looks like they just backed. And ward just went down from Tarek.
Yeah, looks like DB wants to make sure they haven't grabbed Baron yet.
Yeah, and Gangplank wards Strybush to make sure he's safe for pushing.
Yep.
But still, no ward from Team Sailors on Baron, which I think they really need to make sure to have that because you don't want DB stealing that from them. They could, if they got Baron right now, they could have.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, it looks like Maokai is either going to his blue or going up for Baron.
He's going to go for his blue. I think they're really confident right now. They're going to go for Dragon. I'm actually really surprised they're not trying to push for Baron right now. I know the rest of DB is up.
And unfortunately, DB doesn't have any wards either in defensively in their jungle or on Dragon, so they didn't know that they were there at Dragon, and they could have gone for a Baron kill.
DB has a couple wards in there now.
Yeah, look, they're just cleaning everything up. Okay, they're going to go.
Looks like DB knows they're coming in. They just ping towards Baron.
Now they do have that. Maokai's going to see the ward. Yep. So he's going to kill the ward, but it's going to force them to go down. So we'll see if they decide to back up or wait for the other team to engage. No, they're just going to go for it.
Yeah, they're really confident right now.
They also see Nasus is on bottom. He's being now, but that gives them a lot of free time. They could go for the steal, though. Sivir going to hit the steal. Oh, no. Okay,
no,
they got
like
it. She tried. That ward was really good. That could have stolen it, but
there was just too much damage output from Sailors. Not enough time for them to get the steal. This might be game. If they push, they're so far ahead right now. They're over 10k ahead, 12 kills to their 2. They played so aggressively.
And they did it so well. It wasn't like they were taking a lot of chances. All their aggressive moves were with ganks where they had, 3v1s and stuff. That Maokai doing a lot of work for their team in the early game.
Oh yeah, like with a lot of aggressive players, you'll see a lot of deaths. But with these guys, everything is well thought out, well planned, and they want to make sure they win. So while they're being aggressive, they're being really intelligent about it.
Okay, so minions were clear. They did a little damage on the tower. Honestly, I think they could do a split push, which Gangplank is going down. So he's going to push down in the middle, which is going to force one of them to come down so they can get that turret. Unless they decide to ignore Gangplank, but he could take the turret down himself if they don't.
Yeah, that's what he's going for.
Yep, Caitlyn's backed up.
Tarek's going to go down.
Hitting the turret. Okay, so that turret goes down. Now they have free reign to move right in and either start a team fight or take that inhib.
Looks like they'll probably target the inhib. Gangplank's just hanging there. The entire team of DB is trying to.
Is so tacky.
Look at all the damage he's taking.
Yeah. Okay, so Maokai goes in, starts the initiation. Gangplank turn backs around. Nautilus almost dies. Gangplank's going to continue.
Got the kill.
Artemis picks it up with the dot.
Oh wow! Awesome heal to save Melza.
He also had a revolver, so his ultimate healed him too. And it looks like they're gonna. Okay, Sivir might potentially get away, but Cassiopeia is in a period.
Yeah, Sivir's gonna get away.
Ulti goes off. Fortunately, it doesn't help. Again, bad ult.
Looks like that tower's gonna go down.
Gangplank, pretty low, kind of baiting them out. They take the second turret, win the game.
Looks like this is GG.
The Team Sailors is all pretty low, so they could possibly stop it.
Caitlyn has gone down. Yeah, this is
their last stand. They have to fight it all right here.
Oh no, okay. Too much damage. Wow.
Great game. Very good team. Wow. So aggressive.
I haven't seen that aggressive style play in a long time. We haven't seen it in tournament, even though we haven't watched a lot of tournament games.
Okay, so great game from both teams. Unfortunately, Team Sailors and Maokai just picking up way too many kills in the beginning. I'd have to say farm for the most part was actually relatively even. Not a lot of control on Dragon or Baron, but unfortunately Team Sailors did some really good team fights and then got those buffs afterwards.
Yeah.
So while it wasn't a point of contention in the match, they still did pick up that free farm, which was really nice.
Yeah, and honestly, they just had map control through their aggressive play. Like, they didn't really need to grab Dragons just because They were so aggressive. They were getting all the ganks.
And they didn't have to
wanted-
ward as much, too,
Yeah.
because of that. Just
Yeah.
the thought of knowing that they were somewhere lurking in the jungle made Team DB play really defensively. So it looks like Team Sailor's winner of the finals for the Ashe bracket going to the Sweet 16 bracket, which will be fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations to Team Sailors. You guys played really well.
And again, DB, thank you. Even though this is the end of the road for you in the tournament, hopefully we will see you in further amateur tournaments.
Absolutely. Well, we do have several games coming up tomorrow, just so you all know. Hopefully we'll continue to be able to stream them live on Twitch TV/PowerUnderwhelming. However, if it's a little laggy, it's not quite good enough for you, we will be posting these on YouTube. We do have a local recording going on as well, so they'll be nice, clean, crisp at youtube.com/D3PowerUnderwhelming. The games we have tomorrow are for the finals of the Karthus bracket, the Twisted Fate bracket, and the Teemo bracket.
Yeah, that'll be some fun things to check out, and we'll have all those videos for those matches up at least by Sunday.
Absolutely. So continue to keep watching us, subscribe to us, like what we're doing. We want to keep doing this. Because of the support we gained from the last video we did, we actually got official castership to do this, and we've been invited to do another tournament to cast for them. So please, 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 please like, subscribe, let us know how we can do better. Yeah, give us feedback. We definitely want to keep doing this, and we want to give you guys a good show. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it, and we will see you tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.